Hello everybody and welcome back to another guide video for the Brewmaster Monk Shadowlands. This is going to be a quicker video than my one before. If you would like a more in-depth video on the Brewmaster Monk, then I will leave a link in the description below. Okay, I'm going to get straight into it. First of all, I am going to cover your talents. Now, I'm not going to explain all of them because I do in my other videos, so I'm just going to explain the ones we pick. I pick Chi Wave as my first initial line because it's an instant cast, it provides healing and damage, and it's just my personal choice out of all of these. Second of all, I pick a Chi Torpedo. You can swap between this and Tiger's Lust. It depends if you want the movement, impairing freedom choice, or if you just want the ability and the speed buff from the Chi Torpedo. Personally, I prefer Chi Torpedo. It's a little bit selfish, but I think it makes it easier to dodge mechanics and stuff as a Brewmaster and to stay in the lead. On the third line, I choose Light Brewing. There's no real other choice for me. Sometimes I might go Black Ox Brew if I know that there's going to be a hell of a lot of damage coming my way, but 9 times out of 10 I pick Light Brewing because it just reduces the cooldown of your defensive brews by 20% flat. My next line is the utility line. I choose the Ring of Peace. Puts a ring on the floor, which means that nobody can enter the ring and make it to you. This is really good for kiting, and it's really good for clearing stacks of necrotic or bleed or something like this. So that's my personal choice for that. On the next line, you can either choose Bob and Weave or Dampen Harm. Bob and Weave, if you're not if you don't know how to tank very much, then I choose Bob and Weave because you don't actually have to do anything as a passive ability. But I choose Dampen Harm because in situations where you know there's going to be a lot of damage, it's a nice mitigation spell that's only got a 2-minute cooldown. So that's really good. On the next line, there's 2 options that I would choose on this line. One is Russian Jade Wind, which is just like an instant cast AoE spell that adds extra AoE damage, which is really nice. Or the one that I've started using recently, which I found to be insanely good in certain situations, is Exploding Keg. Basically, it's a 40-yard exploding keg that you can throw out. It takes time to get there, but when it hits, it does a lot of damage. I've actually had it crit for like 12k before on certain mobs. And it also means that melee attackers can't hit you for 3 seconds. So it's an extra mitigation spell against melee attackers, which is really nice. On my last line, I don't recommend either of these. For me, the only choice is Stagger. It increases High Tolerance. It increases your Stagger's effectiveness by 5% at delaying the damage, which is really nice. It's passive effect, so you don't have to use it. And also you gain haste depending on the current level of your stagger, so it means your spells will cool down quicker and your attacks will be quicker and stuff like that. So that's about it for talents. Next up I'm going to go for the legendaries. The legendary I choose is Stormstrike's Last Keg. It gives you an extra Keg Smash, and it increases the damage of your Keg Smash by 30%, so it's just really nice for picking up groups of ads and getting your damage up and stuff like that. There are a few other choices. I will go through them quickly. The other choice I would go for is Celestial Brew. Celestial Infusion, sorry. It increases the armor that you get from Celestial Brew. So basically, if you use Celestial Brew, it increases your armor by 25% in seconds, and your Purifying Brews have a 25% chance not to consume a charge, so you can have like 3 Purifying Brews every now and again, which is really good for clearing your stagger. I've seen some monks use this, the Charred Passions, which means your Breath of Fire ignites your foot, and when you use Bucket Kick or Spinning Crane Kick, the damage is increased by 100, and it refreshes the duration of your fire breath on targets. Now, it could be nice for like picking up ads with the Spinning Crane Kick, but to be honest, I don't rate them as high as these two. Stormstrike's Last Keg being the best option in my opinion. So there's that. Next I'm going to go into your Covenants and your Conduits. Personally, I believe that Kyrian is the best for Brewmaster, because if you want extra damage or extra dodge or something like that, you can use Weapons of Order, which increases your mastery by 10%. Now your mastery increases your dodge and your damage, which is really nice, and it also gives you one refresh on your kick smash, so you can use your 2 kick smashes, use your Weapons of Order, and then you have another kick smash, which is really nice. Picking up groups of adds, and plus it will increase the damage of all your spells, which is awesome. So the other ability you get is the Vial of Serenity, which restores 20% of your health, and it removes all diseases, poisons, curses, and bleed effects on you. Now this is really nice for tanks, obviously, because you don't want to be covered with loads of debuffs and stuff like that, and it can clear bleeds. So if you're in Spells of Ascension with the cats and stuff like that, or if you're in the raid with Margor on the Huntsman, you can actually clear the bleed without having to taunt swap on Margor or something like this. So yeah, it's really nice for tanks in my opinion, better than any of the other covenants. And also have a quick look at your Conduit. So I choose Pelagos because you get the 350% mastery increase, which on top of the 10% is really nice. So that's really good. I use, for my Potency Conduit, I use the Kick Smash deals a 10% extra damage to targets affected by the Breath of Fire. So basically what I do is I Kick Smash, Breath of Fire, and then I continue rolling my Kick Smashes after that because they do more damage, which in turn will create more aggro. Then I go Focus and Mantra. Defeating an enemy lowers the cooldown of your Vial of Serenity, so it means I can use this more often every time we kill an enemy. You think like large groups and stuff like that, they're going to reduce the cooldown of it pretty fast, which is good. The next conduit I use, the Endurance Conduit, is Celestial Effervescence. Basically, it increases the healing effects on me, my healing effects on me, that I use by 26% whilst I use my Celestial Brew. So basically I get down to low health. I've got high stacks of Purifying Chi from the Purifying Brew. You pop Celestial Brew, gives you a nice big shield, and then you use your healing spells here, and they get like a 25% extra increase because you've got your shield on you, which is really, really nice. There's that. Next, I choose the Cleanser Investment because you get like enchanting materials that you can just sell on the AH, so it's really nice. You can get this, which decreases your cooldowns of your stored non-file services. So basically anything that's not to do with this, I'll show you quickly. Basically you can get your guy to compliment a friend, which kind of sucks to be honest. When you need a favor, you can sell stuff to him.
Back to work.
If you haven't got
Welcome, friend.
mount with a vendor on it, you can sell stuff to him instead. And the special request means that you can change your talents, and also if you've upgraded it enough in your anima reservoir sort of thing, you can get him to make a beacon so that you can teleport around bastions, stuff like this. So that basically reduces the cooldown of all those. This with the Ox means that your abilities that grant you shuffle reduce the cooldown of Nazal by 0.5 seconds, and Nazal Stomps deals an extra 35% damage. Nazal is really useful, so I choose this one because you want him up and available as much as possible, because he's an extra damage boost and an extra damage mitigation boost, so he's really nice. My last Endurance Conduit, I use Expel Harm Increase, because obviously that's your flag heal for 5 seconds cooldown, so you're going to be able to use that as much as possible, and getting the healing increase on it along with the synergy of the Celestial Effervescence, you can get a nice big heal from your Expel Harm. You can basically, depending on the amount of stacks you get on it, you can full heal yourself to full in most situations, which is really nice. And the last one is the Let Go of the Past. Basically, if you're using your spells like a Windwalker Monk, where you have to use a different spell each time you use one. So if you use a Tiger Palm, then a Kick Smash, then Tiger Palm, then a Fire Breath, then a Backer Kick, then a Kick Smash. So store one spell after the other. It gives you an increasing stat of reduced damage on magic damage, stacking up to 3 times, which is very nice. And if you have to use the same spell twice, it lasts for 6 seconds. So as long as you use a different spell within those 6 seconds, you'll keep the amount of stacks. So say if I'm on 3 stacks and I use 2 Keg Smashes, it won't get rid of the effect. It'll stay there for 6 seconds, and then if I use a Tiger Balm, it'll increase. It'll refresh the time on it. So that's about it for the Covenants and the Conduits. The stats that you want to be stacking is you want a nice amount of crit for your damage and your heals to be critting and stuff like that. You want a nice amount of mastery so that your attack power is nice and you can hold aggro, but for me the main thing you want to be stacking is your versatility. This flat out increases your damage and reduces the damage you take. So for me, tank's most important is versatility, and also versatility or mastery. If you stack both of them, you can sort of switch between Windwalker and Brewmaster without worrying about too much, apart from changing your trinkets. So that's pretty much it for stats and stuff like that. For consumables, you want to be using Embalmer's Oil and Shadowcore Oil personally, because you get increasing damage and you get the shield and the heal. You can go for 2 Embalmer's Oil if you dual wield like me. Good thing about dual wielding is you can have 2 different enchants, so you can get 2 different procs. One for the stat increase from Celestial Guidance, and one from the Ascended Vigor, which is the extra healing. I have seen people use the AoE sort of attack sort of thing for extra damage and holding aggro and stuff like this, but I don't really see how that makes you a better tank. That's more like a damage thing. So it can help you hold aggro better, but to be honest, you want to be mitigating damage as much as you can, in my opinion. Self-survivability and stuff like that. So that's why I choose those. When it comes to flasks, you want to be using the Flask of Power, not the Flask of Stamina. Because a Flask of Stamina basically just gives you a flat 1k extra health, which isn't really that great, considering you think it's out of like 50k or 40k, depending on your item level. Whereas the Flask of Power gives you extra agility, and agility increases the magnitude of all of your spells and attacks. So all your damage, all of your shields, all of your stagger, everything increases when you get more agility. So Flask of Power is definitely the better choice. For food, I use Steak a la mode, as it gives me more versatility. I believe versatility is the primary stat for tank. You can use the agility food, which is probably a little bit better, but that only comes from feasts and things like that, I do believe. So for your food that you want to be carrying on you personally all the time is the Steak a la mode, because it gives you the 30% extra agility. And that pretty much covers the majority of it, I think. So I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel. It's brand new, so it's just starting out really. I've only got a couple of videos. And if you want to see a more in-depth guide about the monk and all of the spells and abilities, and exploration, stagger, shuffle, and roll and stuff like that, then please look in the description below, and I will put a link up for the other Brewmaster guide I did. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.